8 million people regularly watch him tending to his flock every Sunday night, and after 16 years on our screen, Adam Henson has even become somewhat of a sex symbol.
Although he feels a bit awkward about that, I sense.
So we thought we'd bring it up.
Yeah, to make him feel a little bit more at home, we've made our way over to our very own pop-up petting zoo. We've even got a few little friends here as well. Look at Duckling Cam down here. Look at there.
Duck Cam.
They're right up.
Close
Look at that.
up.
They just wanted to. They just want to say hi. That's all. Hi. Yeah, it's just us. Hello, you.
He's just having a little sneer.
There you are.
So cute.
And they're not named at the moment, and that's a girl and that's a boy.
Ah, maybe we could open that up for the viewers to decide.
No, that's Philip, that's Holly. Do you know what? I mean, it's looking at your family tree, because there were very good actors in there originally, weren't there?
There were, yeah. My grandfather was a guy called Leslie Henson, who used to entertain the troops during the war, was very, very well known, very famous, hung around with people like Ginger Rogers and Fred Astaire. So my dad sort of grew up amongst that sort of celebrity lifestyle. But he fell in love with farming as a boy and worked on a farm with chickens and shire horses and milking cows by hand, and always wanted to be a farmer. So that was the life I was born into.
But, I mean, it doesn't necessarily mean, as with your father, if you're born into something, you're going to go that way. So you obviously, just from a very young age, it captured you. So what was it about that lifestyle in that way? So
the great outdoors, the countryside, being brought up on a farm, I had 3 older sisters, and Dad made farming so exciting and engaging. He took us with him out onto the farm. We were his extra little helpers, really. And I just loved it as a place to live and as a future job. So I went to agricultural college and then travelled and then came home back to the farm. And he always encouraged us as children to do whatever we wanted to do, wherever our hearts led us. But for me, it was always farming.
And he's Joe, wasn't he?
He was Joe Henson, that's right.
But he also did some stuff on telly.
He did, yeah. So he started collecting rare farm animals. So post-war starving nation, we sort of put our foot on the accelerator to produce food and left behind some of our lovely old-fashioned breed, like the white-faced woodlands here, which are from Derbyshire and reasonably rare. And they were falling by the wayside, so Dad started collecting them. And because of his collection of rare farm animals, he got quite a lot of attention from the media and worked with people like Johnny Morris on Animal Magic.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Your mummy?
And he worked with Phil Drabble and Angela Rippon on a programme called In the Country. So did his own TV presenting, and my little footsteps are hardly following his great big ones, really. Our lives have become very entwined.
Yeah, and
You're
that's
a very famous
extraordinarily
farm now, though.
Well,
it's going to be one of the most famous farms in the country, I would have thought.
Well, we've featured on Country Farm quite regularly, and to help pay for his expensive hobby, my Dad and his business partner opened to the public. So we now have a place called the Cotswold Farm Park, and lots of visitors come and visit that to look at all our lovely collection of rare farm animals. So at the moment, we're lambing, so people can come and see lambs being born.
And see adorable little lambs, which are absolutely cute and gorgeous. Oh, look, she's gone to go and see the ducklings hang about. That one's got horns. But the thing is, it's all very cute, but the realities of farming are a little bit tougher, I guess. And you've got your own children, and when they were growing up, when they were small, they were always part of the farming life. But you always told them the honest truth, very open and important to know the relationship between the animals and obviously food.
Absolutely, and Dad did with me as a child, you know, explained about life. It's a great way about learning about the birds and the bees and life and death. Yeah. And farmers take great pride in looking after their livestock. So, you know, these came from Mud Sheep Farm in the city here, and people will have, you know, nurtured these lambs and helped the ewe give birth if it was necessary. But their destination could well be on the plate. And although they're gorgeous to look at, you know, what we're doing is producing good quality food, and that's something that I have never shied away from, and I've never allowed my children to shy away.
We're not very good as a nation, are we? We with something like that, people find it deeply offensive if their food isn't from a supermarket wrapped in plastic.